Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us live with EFG5 News. I'm Ruthie the Riveter. Today's top stories will include a live broadcast by Eleanor Roosevelt as she speaks a few wise words about women empowerment and how women's lives have changed since the beginning of World War II. Then we'll be checking in with Stephanie, who will be talking to different women as they share with us their stories about the change that they've experienced with job opportunities set in front of them and the onset of World War II. On scene right now is EFG5's news reporter, Marie. Marie, tell us what's going on exactly.
Well, Rosie, right at this moment, Eleanor is about to share some words about women empowerment with the public. Let's see what she has to say.
Women are like tea bags. We don't know our true strength until we are in hot water. Too often, the great decisions are originated and given form in bodies made wholly of men, or so completely dominated by them that whatever special value women have to offer is shunted aside, without expression. We women are callow fledglings as compared with the wise old birds who manipulate the political machinery. And still we hesitate to believe that a woman can fill certain positions in public life as adequately and competently as a man. No more hesitation, no more uncertainty. Only believe, because women have as much potential as any man.
Wow, those were some truly inspirational words. With the onset of World War II, Eleanor has brought to light the need for equal rights for women. So many women are taking the places of men, filling their positions as the men go off to war. Without women, how would the economy sustain?
Yes, I'm not sure how the economy would hold up itself either. Next, up on EFG5 News are a few interviews with a few women as they tell us about their current lives. Let's head on over to Stephanie, our interviewer.
Thank you, Ruthie. So as the U.S. entered World War II, the government called out for women to contribute. Not only are they contributing back at home in industries, but also in uniform. I'm about to talk to 3 different women as they share their stories about what kind of jobs they do now. These women come from different corporations such as WAX, WAVES, and WASP. Here's our first interviewee. Can you tell us what we do?
So ever since World War II broke out, I've been working as an officer with WAX.
What does that stand for exactly?
Women's Army Auxiliary Corps.
What can you tell us about your experience as an officer for WAX?
Well, as an officer for WAX, besides weapons and tactical training, our courses are pretty much like that of the Army men, and they're just as hard. I remember having to wake up at 6 in the morning, going out into below 0-degree weather wearing our oversized GI overcoats. It was pretty bad, but I'm pretty lucky to have been able to do that. I mean, yeah, it sounds like it sucks, but after becoming an officer, I've never felt so involved in this country. I'm doing my country a service, you know, and before World War II, us girls never really had a chance.
What do you have to say to women who wish to pursue a career such as your own?
Well, I say do it. What's stopping you? Don't let others hold you back from doing what you want. Often, women are underestimated. So now that you have a chance to prove those who believe women don't have the same capability as men, prove them wrong. When you get a chance, take it. Not only that, but it's an experience that's worth the ride.
Here's our interviewee. Can you tell us what we do?
And thank you for having me. So what I do? So basically, I work for WAVES. It stands for Women Accepted for Volunteer Emergency Services. But our official name is U.S. Naval Women's Reserve. But you know, the name WAVES just kind of sticks. To become an officer, we had to go through the V9 WAVE Officer Candidate Volunteer Program. You go through the basic training as seamen recruits. Then you become midshipmen during officer training, and then you graduate as ensigns.
What's the difference between WAX and WAVES?
Well, unlike WAX, which works with the Army, we will work with the Navy. Second, we are an official part of the Navy. Our members hold the same rank and ratings as the male personnel, and we also receive the same pay.
How would you say your life has changed after you joined WAVES?
Well, before this, I didn't do much but stay at home. But now I work outside of my house. No longer are women beneath men, but we're almost at the same level. It's about time women got the same kind of equality. The opportunity to do the same jobs, you know? It's something that we've been waiting for a long time.
Here's our interviewee. Can you tell us what we do?
Of course, it's my pleasure. Well, I work with Women's Air Force service pilots, and we're the first women in history to be trained to fly military aircraft.
Can you tell us about your experience as one of the first women to fly an American military craft?
Well, it was one of the best experiences that I've ever had. Even though we're all being trained to fly new aircraft, we're still all experienced pilots. And for our training, I guess we do 70 hours each of primary and advanced training, and we practice stuff like takeoffs, landings, the usual. And then we do night flying and parachute bailouts too, just, standards. And then I don't know. I've fallen in love with it. It's like the best thing that I've ever done in my life.
What do you have to say to women who wish to pursue a career such as your own?
So I have to say that you don't need legislation to tell you whether or not you can prove something. You can be whatever you want as long as you set your heart and head to it. And I would say that you shouldn't let anyone tell you what you can or can't be. I mean, if 1,078 women can be pilots and they're doing it right now, I mean, you can too.
You're right. Who knows what we would do without women in a time like this? And that concludes today's newscast. I'm Ruthie the Riveter, and remember to tune in tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. for the news that you don't want to miss.